I
Iceberg
got
Slim. Go ahead, Slim.
what's good, man. We talking about
Iceberg.
we talking NBA
He
playoffs,
came through
man.
dripping. Drip, drip.
Yo, do you think? Let's start with Chris Paul, man. You think Chris Paul? He just got bad luck. I think he got a black cat in his backyard.
He got bad yup, luck, and he got COVID.
Yeah, yeah, because it's one they talk about the show. Well, one it was the show the thing at first. Now it's the he got COVID when it's looking like they the favorites to go to the finals. Like I don't know, like what you got to do to have that type of bad luck.
All right.
Like
It's gonna be an unpopular opinion right here. I feel like Chris Paul exaggerated their shoulder injury, maybe even slightly, because he thought they were about to take that L.
I mean,
Now
I
I
can
could be
see.
wrong. Of course, everybody gonna deny that, and I'm not casting aspersions on Chris Paul. But I felt like he felt like now we taking this L. It's over. He just like my shoulder messed up. I can't even rock like that. And then what happened? AD got hurt, and then he been amazing again ever since then. Now his shoulder
Yeah,
could have got better. If you ask anybody, he gonna say his shoulder got better. He's feeling better. Things are better now. Life is good. But
when
I'm
he was
just saying,
screaming, I'm back.
yes, he was screaming, "I'm back." We was supposed to be like, "Oh, he back! It's a miracle." But when he was walking around like, I can't lift it to shoot free throws. That floater
Yeah,
just won't go in." When we was
and
all supposed to.
Monty Williams even said he couldn't even complete the passes he wanted to complete. He was in so much
Yes,
pain.
and then Marty said it. He threw a no look alley oop on a break when his shoulder was falling off. But he couldn't keep his passes. All right. I mean, but that's neither here nor there. He's healthy now. They're winning. And, well, now he got COVID, so he ain't healthy no more. But, so we'll see how that goes. He
Yeah.
might have bad luck. He might have bad luck. He gets hurt. I used to think, like, nah, Chris Paul choked. But he always come. He maybe he just got bad luck. He comes down with these injuries at the wrong time every time. So
And with COVID,
this,
you got to miss at least 2 weeks now, right?
yep. And this this finals gonna come down to who healthy. Mike
Yeah. Hold
Conley
up.
out, Kawhi Leonard out, Embiid out, Chris Paul now out, um,
Hold up, but he ain't. But
Milwaukee out of their minds.
he should be good though because they might not have to play their first game within like 10 days because the Jazz and Clippers still fighting. So the Jazz down 3-2 now or something like that.
Now it's tied.
It's tied. So the Jazz got at least two more games. That's at least 5 6 days. So then it's the start time. So he should be okay for that front. He might miss game one or game two. I didn't even think about that. They swept so. He's actually lucky that they swept Denver because if they were still
Yeah,
playing,
but what if he misses? Like, I mean, it's 14 days, right? So
mm,
14 days from today, you got game 5 tonight. If Utah wins tonight, then they off tomorrow. Then the next day, Utah wins again. That's it.
mm,
So then there's only going to be a 2 day gap in between that. You're talking about 5 days. So he
yeah,
missing the first 2 games, 2 or 3 games of the next series is going to be crazy. And that's only if he's feeling better. Because they haven't
yeah,
actually said that he had COVID.
yeah, yeah,
Because being in the protocol just means that you were exposed to somebody who had COVID.
yeah.
So he might not have actually had it himself, but if he did have it, who knows how he feeling? You see how Jason Tatum came back. You see how a lot of guys came back and they ain't had that energy because of COVID. And
That's
then,
true.
so we don't know what was going on with Chris Paul.
Do
Yo,
we think? Do we think?
I think he dodging it. He dodging smoke. That's what I
I
think.
mean,
Dodging,
Like it's getting too real for him right now. Like
he dodging smoke from
these games
Utah
matter,
or from the
and
Clippers.
yeah, from Utah,
yeah, because you know
it's
The
getting
Clippers
real
done.
out there.
The Clippers done. They ain't going nowhere
Yeah,
without.
Yeah, without Kawhi, the Clippers done.
I think he got just smoked because now it's like I don't think he want that pressure on him. It's not that he can't do it. It's just I don't think he want that pressure on him because if he goes out there, he still balls and they still lose. Who they gonna blame? They're gonna blame the veteran, and he's gonna be the blame. Yo, you can't get out of there. You can't.
He's the leader.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's the leader of the team right now. So I think he's not trying to push back on what's going on. So any little knick-knack injury, he like, yo, fuck it. I'll fall back. Like he ain't pushing himself.
I mean,
But whatever.
we'll see. I feel like if he don't come back in time, Utah got this because if Mike Conley get healthy, it's over. Mike Conley get healthy and Chris Paul is hurt.
What's wrong with Mike Conley?
I don't know.
What's wrong with Mike
I don't know
Conley?
if it's an ankle or what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's wrong with Conley, but he hurt. So,
Yeah.
but they need Conley. They're gonna need Conley. Even if without Conley, they may be able to get out of Clippers. But to get by Phoenix, they're gonna need Mike Conley. If they don't have Mike Conley next series and Chris Paul back in time, Phoenix going to the finals.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee may make enough bad decisions that Brooklyn get past Brooklyn get past them. But I don't know if Brooklyn can beat Philly without Kyrie and James Harden. And unless Embiid is hurt, like unless Embiid plays bad, I don't know if Brooklyn can get past Philly without Kyrie and Harden. Now, if Embiid played terrible, he shoot terrible like he did last game. Well, he shot terrible last game. He was like 4 for 20, which is ridiculous.
I seen a lot of people say that's the worst game they ever seen Embiid play and all that stuff. In my head, I'm thinking,
he had 21 rebounds.
How a dude scoring 17 to 21 is the worst game you ever seen. I don't get that. Like people be off sometimes, but I just think like that's the worst game. Me as a six, that's the worst game I ever seen him play. That's the worst game. 17 to 21 is the worst game. What's the best game you ever seen? That 150.
I mean, he just couldn't buy a basket. I mean,
like
it happens though.
It happens.
People be too dramatic. They act like he didn't have 39 and 40 in the first couple of games of that series, like he choking or something. People shoot bad sometimes. It happens.
Listen, that young boy, Trae Young, is a murderer, man. He's a cold-blooded killer. He hit big shots when he's supposed to hit big shots. Everybody talk about how bad Embiid playing because he had 17 and 21. Trae Young had 25 and 18.
Yeah.
He had 18 assists. Because he couldn't. They wouldn't let him score at first.
Yeah.
And then when they went on a run, he was assisting his ass off. I think he had like 10 assists at halftime. He was doing his thing, getting other people involved.
I mean, I don't know about y'all. I got my fan dude already. I already threw the money on my fan dude for tonight because I'm doing at least 2 tickets tonight. I wish I had the numbers in front of me of the over and unders because we could compose a ticket on here. I don't know what the actual. But I'm taking who playing tonight? Embiid and them playing again tonight, right?
Yeah. Embiid in Atlanta and Utah and the Clippers.
I'm taking Trae Young for 25. I always take him for 10 assists because he ain't let me down yet. I think one game he had like 9 assists instead of 10, but that's like.
I'm gonna just be on the safe side and I'm gonna take that nigga down to 20.
I'm mad about last night because
you said under 20.
No. I'm gonna drop him down. I'm on his what's the name? Just to be on the safe side.
I'm mad because last night my fan dude was acting up and it wouldn't let me like put a deposit nothing on it. Because I was about to take James Harden. I was going to take the under on all his things because he only wound up with like 8 points.
He wasn't up there, bro.
Yeah, he wasn't up. That's why I ain't good. But FanDuel wouldn't let me have money on my joint anyway. But he wasn't up there. He was only up there for points. They didn't have none of his assists or nothing. Rebound. FanDuel know what they be doing.
Yeah.
They know what they be doing, bro.
They know how hurt.
Who the
Hmm.
I so who the who get the we were just talking about this offline. Who get the most to blame if the Bucks get put out by injured next game?
Budenholzer. They need to fire Budenholzer immediately.
I'm gonna
They need to
say,
fire.
okay, if there was a percentage, I'm giving Budenholzer uh 60, 60%, and I'm giving Giannis the other 40. Because
Really? You
Giannis,
get Giannis that big?
yeah, yeah,
Why?
because to me it's like he a dominant player and he has the name out here. So if he goes to if he goes out there or he go to his coach and he look at him in his goddamn face and tell him, "You put me on him. I was a defensive player of the year. I want to D him." You can't.
I,
Who's gonna argue that? You got to
no, I,
respect what he's saying.
I
You want
respect
to.
that.
Yeah, you putting it. He putting the team on his back at the end of the day. That's what I hope that he do. That's what we ask for all other great players. So why we can't ask him for that?
Yeah,
If he
I
ain't
mean,
doing
I
that,
am.
I would say though.
What
I
great
think
play? Who we asking to shut down? Anybody? What players we like? Yo, go shut them down.
I'm recording.
goes. You say what great players we asked him to go shut down? No, but
Yeah,
in
what
that
player? What
instance,
great player
it,
today do we ask to go shut down another great player?
well, it's not. But in that instance where you don't have where he's the only option out there, if I'm the defensive player of the year, I'm going. Or and if I won that award, or if I could play defense, and it's this is basically like you said, like we said offline. This is their opportunity to win a championship. All the chips is falling right directly to them. So I'm
And
gonna
that's why
do
that's coaching
anything
to me.
by any means necessary. But you got to be the one that takes the bull by the horns and say, look, maybe the coach don't know what the fuck he's doing. Maybe the moment is too big for the coach. But as a player,
Well, I mean,
if you know that
that's obvious.
you
It's
know
been
your
too big
ability.
for him for the last 3 years.
I know. So now that's when you got to go take the bull by the horns and say, fuck that. I'm gonna D him. You just got to do it.
I
But
mean, it's like last year.
do you think it's different? Do you think it's different when because I mean what goes unknown, Giannis is having a great series himself. Well, he averaged
No,
33 or
he
something like
is.
that.
No, he is.
Like do we take in consideration that they actually played great defense on him the following 2 games and the game just got hot
No. Yeah, but you
because he
still
was
at
shooting
that
under
point.
40% the last couple of games, so they was
The
doing a
last two
great
games,
job
he was
on him,
at
but
No,
37%.
yeah,
he just exploded.
Hmm.
true. But at that point in
He shot
time,
16 to
competition
23.
is
He
competition.
was
But
16 to 23, 13 to 16 from the free throw line, and 4-9 from three. He was on fire yesterday.
but what I'm saying is,
I,
but competition is competition. If I play defense, if I'm known to play defense, I gotta pay him.
but
Like
the coach
if
put the players in the position to make the right plays. So Budenholzer should have put. He should have. I'm telling you, it should have been 3 tiers. He could have had PJ Tucker. He could have had Giannis' brother and Bobby Portis. Because PJ Tucker is 6'5", 245, physical, strong as hell. Play defense one way, he gonna beat KD up. Then you put Giannis' brother, 6'7", 7-foot wingspan, long arms. Even if he get cooked, it's a whole different look because he can get up close to KD at because he's smaller than him. Then you put Bobby Portis out there who got the same size as KD, and he's gonna be physical with him. You give KD 3 different looks. If he make a 35-foot fadeaway jumper 5 times in a row, you just clap your hands and walk away. Ain't nothing you can do about it. But you got to get
16
him
or
different looks.
23 for 16 is 16 for 23 is crazy.
it's
That's the
crazy.
It's
craziest
crazy.
thing. That's the craziest.
That mean
Like he was on fire from
once you
starting
Who's
start
on
to
on
fire?
that road, you got to figure out something. It ain't stick with what you're doing. Like, no,
and
you
But
can't stick with what you're
and I
doing.
want what I want to do too is I want to give credit where it's due. I want to give KD credit because everybody called him out and said, "Yo, you
KD,
got carry." So that
Yeah,
stat line. I didn't watch the game personally, so y'all can speak for it better than me. That stat line that I seen 47, 17, and 10
he had
is
49,
ridiculous.
17, 10 assists. I think 3 blocks and 2 steals. Like he did everything they needed out there. Everything.
Don't go
exactly.
through that though.
That's even more the reason why you gotta put you had to like I gave Giannis 40%, which is because he's supposed if you see that he's the only answer for them, You gotta go over there. You have to. It
But
ain't
once he
like
got hot, but once, listen, KD ain't. I'm trying to think of somebody. He ain't Zach LaVine. Like Zach LaVine is talented as hell, right? Zach LaVine going for 50 tonight. You may go, all right, let me throw my best play out there. Let's put Paul George or Kawhi on him and stop him. KD is one of the greatest scorers to ever step on the NBA court. This man is a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the 5 greatest small forwards of all time. It's not that simple to go, Giannis go get him. It don't work like that, especially with the way the rules are designed. What you're saying is Giannis go pick up a couple of fouls for us. That's what you're saying. Go out there and foul him 3 times. Because now you put Giannis in foul trouble. Your best bet is to mix it up with a bunch of different players. Like
I get that part, but what I'm saying to you is, so you mean to tell me he was able to play 48 minutes of basketball with PJ Tucker being able to play on him? That means he was able to score, pass, shoot, do all of that shit in the 48 minutes. If you put
he got like a
Giannis
6-inch height advantage on PJ Tucker.
That's my point. Yes. So it was
But I mean,
easy for him to
I
do
think
that.
that's.
So what
I
I'm
think that's
saying is, if you what I'm saying is, if you put Giannis on him, it's going to make him have to work more. So now, guess what's going to have to happen? He's going to be motherfucking tired. He's going to have to come out the game some. And now you put yourself in a better position where he has to come off the floor.
But we talked about this before. Superstar players don't play defense all game like they used to. Because you can't expect me to score 30 on one end and play defense on the other end and stop another nigga from scoring 30. We talked about it. That don't happen. So your best bet is to put Giannis on him in spot duty, but to tire him out, you got to mix up the looks he getting. When he come down the court this time, Giannis' brother on him. Now he like, what? A long athletic guy who's shorter than him playing defense on him with a hand in his face. You don't care if the Thanasis Antetokounmpo, but you don't care if the Thanasis Antetokounmpo foul out. I don't care how many fouls. Listen, Michael Jordan played against the Dallas Mavericks one time. Bubba Wells got into the game. Bubba Wells fouled out of that game in 3 minutes. He played 3 minutes. His only job was to get in there and play hard and physical and Jordan. They fouled Bubba Wells out in 3 minutes. If the Thanasis Antetokounmpo fouls out in 3 minutes, who cares? Get in there and foul out. That's it. KD
but what I'm
MJ.
saying is, if he do all of that, he see that as food. Like, you putting somebody that's beneath him in there.
But
like,
you're talking about tiring him out.
Look,
but you're talking about tiring him out.
Giannis is it's gonna be, he's the way better athlete than the rest of the guys that you putting on him. Like
but you're talking about tiring Giannis out.
But how can you be? He can't be tired in one game. This is for the end all be all.
Who KD on the other end?
Huh?
Who KD playing defense on the other end? Brook Lopez? He ain't guarding Giannis.
Yeah. But
they saving KD on one end. They saving KD on one end, but you want Giannis to guard KD for most of the game on the other end.
So if they're saving,
Giannis had what? More 35? 37?
34 and 12, something like that. 34 and 12.
34 and 12 and like 4 assists.
But what I'm saying is they
needed that.
Him. You're saving him from what? What are you saving him? What are you saving Giannis for? To lose?
From fouling out.
Regardless of anything. But you're losing.
You saving Giannis from fouling out.
Are you? But who is the defensive player of the year? That's what I'm saying. Who was the
Rudy Gobert is the defensive player of the year?
Yeah, but he doesn't play what's the name position, so I understand why you wouldn't play him there. But
Drew Holiday was on NBA defense too.
They didn't have him playing them. You gotta put somebody there, somebody that's longer, somebody that's stronger, somebody that's
coaching. That's coaching.
But no, that's
two guys on your team who are all defensive selections, and you don't have them playing defense on KD. Hell, Brook Lopez was all defense last year. So in the last 2 years, you got 3 all defensive players on it, and they not playing defense on KD. That's coaching. No, why are we not doubling KD? When the Lakers played,
they were.
Phoenix,
they were doing.
We doubled Devin Booker every chance we got, and those are the games we won.
But
I mean, 40 is a lot. Like I feel like 40 is a lot just from the standpoint of if it was just KD went off and he ain't do nothing, I could see that. But he had 34 and 12 rebounds of his own and 6
You're
assists.
gonna make him
So
play
like,
help defense. You might
and
as
it was
well
a
keep
tight
this guy
game.
on this guy. That don't
It
make
was a
sense.
tight game.
That's all I'm saying.
There were a lot
It
of
just doesn't make
there were a
sense.
lot of bad
If you're gonna make him
decisions.
play
The
help, you
the
might as well keep him on that
yeah,
guy so he doesn't
but
have
you
to play
say
help.
but the fact that James Harden played
If you
36
y'all can hear me,
minutes
you
and
can hear me.
Yeah.
yeah. The,
That's
the
why
fact
it
that
didn't
James
make
Harden
sense to
played
me.
36 minutes though. James Harden played 36 minutes and
But
couldn't run.
yes, so with
Should have
that
been
being
pick and
said,
rolling him all night long. Drew
yes,
Holiday should have been driving Chris Middleton, Brent Forbes, whoever should have been pick and
you're
rolling
exactly
him to
right.
death
Yes,
all night long.
that's why
That's
I said they
coaching.
messed it up.
That's coaching.
No, it is.
That
But also too, the
Don't
reason why I say that, and I'm gonna give you some the reason. This is an analogy. This is a football analogy. It's just like I mean.
he must have lost. He must
Can
have
you
lost
hear me?
signal. All
yeah,
right.
Hello?
there you go. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
So what I'm saying is, it like with Eli, for football terminology of what I'm saying, if Eli goes to the front office because he was crying that nobody's blocking for him or anything like that, and it's not his fault why we benched him, if Eli would have went to the front office and said, "Give me a line, go out here, don't get me no receiver, don't get me this, don't give me that, I need a line to protect me," the front office is going to listen to him because he has that weight that behind his name. Giannis has that weight behind his name where he can go to somebody in the organization and say, well, the head coach and say, listen, I want to play defense on him. But he didn't take that. So now this loss is a lot on him. He's the reason
Yeah,
why.
but if Richard Sherman says, "Hey, I want to cover Julio Jones," and his coach goes, "Get your ass back on that other side. Just shut up." What he's supposed to do?
You think Richard Sherman going to do that, or you going to know about it? Richard Sherman is going to let everybody know what's going on. He's going to demand that he's
If a
taking that
corner
wide
asks
receiver.
to
He don't give a
cover a
fuck what his
guy,
nose.
if a corner asks to cover a guy, because wasn't that the knock on Richard Sherman when they were trying to say that he wasn't as good as
Yeah, because he only
Darrell
played on
Revis and
one
other
side.
ones?
He
If
only
he
played
only
on one
played on one
side and
They
side,
say
carried.
he put
so
yes. They
if
say
he
he
went
played
to
on
Pete
one side.
Carroll
But
and
guess
said,
what?
"Hey, I want to play on, give me
He
give me
did.
Santana
He
Moss," and
he
they told
did.
him, "No, you stay on your
He did
side."
it with Dez. He did it with Dez. Remember, he followed Dez around the whole game. He did it. He can do it when he wants to do it. But that's what I'm
Nah, I
saying.
think
So
with,
he
with
was
When the
Dez, it was,
coach wants
but
him to do it,
with Dez, it was more like they had a lot of injuries too, so he had no choice.
when the coach wants him
that's
to do
but
it, he can do it. If that's not in the game plan, it ain't gonna happen.
I mean,
yeah, but
I seen clips of last night when like KD hit a couple fadeaway jumpers on Giannis and Giannis was playing had his hands up. I seen a couple, so I
no,
don't know
yeah,
how
it
much he did it,
happened.
but it was instances when he did them. And like yeah,
He
like he ran from the
PJ
whole
Tucker
game.
played 30. PJ Tucker only played 33 minutes. Um,
Giannis played like 43
KD
or something
played.
like that.
Guy played like 40, 41. KD played 48. So other people were D'ing KD, but it wasn't a specific enough rotation to bother him. So like when Murray talking
Yeah,
about bothering him, you bother him with different looks. So he needs a different look. When he come down this time, he got Drew Holiday playing defense on him. Let him shoot over Drew Holiday. He can't take Drew Holiday off the dribble. When he come down next time, he got PJ Tucker. Let him shoot over the top of PJ Tucker. When he come down the next time, now he got Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Now he got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now he got Pat Connaughton. He got Bobby Portis. Who's gonna change up the looks on him? Like they should have changed up the looks constantly to bother that man. That's what they should have did. They should have constantly switched up the looks. Because when he came out and he was on fire, they should have switched up the looks. They should have just like, let's start switching up the looks. Like, all right, let's put Pat on him. Let's put Chris Middleton on him. Let's put this person on him. Let's put and whatever happens, happens.
I
Like
I
when
I,
you
I,
go, whatever.
I just think when one of the greatest scorers of all time is on fire, it don't matter what you doing. It's all
You at his
about I hope
mercy.
he missed.
I
I
mean, you
just
at
think
his
that's
mercy.
what.
Your best bet is that he come out and he been cooking. So let's say he been cooking PJ Tucker, going past PJ Tucker. So now you bring
Yeah.
Drew Holiday out there. maybe he makes a mistake and try to go past Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday getting his chest, or he shoot a fadeaway, or like your best bet is to change the shots that he's shooting. But if he's making them, he just making them.
Yeah.
If
I
KD just
like,
making them,
yeah,
ain't nothing you can do about it.
I agree with some. I agree with somewhat of Giannis going in the fourth quarter is tight. Giannis. Okay, look,
Yeah,
last
that's what I'm
8
talking about.
minutes, for the last 8 minutes or last 6 minutes, whatever it is, yo, I got him, but we're gonna try to bring it home. I need Middleton and Drew Holiday. I need y'all to hold me down because it's just our best bet to win. I agree with that part. I agree with that, like you doing that for your team. I think
Mommy
but
said, "Come out,
like
help her."
what Middleton what was Middleton and Drew Holiday stat line? Because that's to me
Middleton
that's
had
what tells the story.
25. Middleton
Yeah,
had
Middleton.
25, 4-4, and Drew Holiday they had like I think 18 and 19 and like 8.
What game was it? Because I heard somebody say something about Middleton was like 1 for 7 or some shit in the fourth quarter. Was that true? Like he was shot terrible in the fourth quarter or something like that? Was
He
that
might
yesterday?
have. It might have been yesterday because they squandered the lead. They had the lead, they lost it. It was a close game. At one point, Brooklyn took over. They fought
Yeah,
their
they
way
was up
back,
over. I think wasn't they up by like 17 or some shit like that? Or some shit. It was close, something like that.
and then they lost it. KD
Yeah,
was hot.
because
Nothing they
he
could do about
started.
it.
But that's what I'm talking about. So right then and there, I would have put him on him. Like I get after a while, once I start seeing my lead diminish, and I see, he on one. He got that look in his eyes. I gotta go try to figure out something. And I'm not talking
The
about putting
pressure
out
should have
no
never stopped,
Giannis
though.
brother.
They
Giannis
should have
brother
never
ain't
stopped
playing.
pressuring him.
Yeah.
Giannis
I
brother
just
did
think
get in. But
no.
they
I'm
should have
saying,
never stopped pressuring KD
but
at
what I'm
all.
saying is
Never.
like
They should have never stopped pressuring him.
Giannis brother ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna affect him. Like he not gonna affect him at all. At that point, only person is star on star. That's how you affect something a little bit, even though he might still get cooked. But you might get different calls from the ref. They're gonna call it. They might let you play a little bit more. It's different ways. It's different things that you can do.
You gotta do that with superstars though. It's just like when you
Yeah,
playing LeBron. Oh, I'm gonna throw crowd at him. Then the next week we gonna throw Tatum. Then all right, yo, you know what? I'm gonna get Aaron
yeah.
Gordon. Like you gotta have different looks for superstar because you don't want them to get comfortable.
I just don't
And
like the
But
fact that
that's
they
what
put
happened. KD got
old ass
comfortable with
PJ
PJ
Tucker out
Tucker.
there. No, I think PJ
But
Tucker also got tired. That nigga, no, I can't do nothing.
PJ Tucker played great defense on KD the last 2 games. But this game was
Yeah,
so
but
important when KD came out
exactly.
on fire. When he came out on
Stars.
fire, they should have switched up the looks. They
Yeah,
should have switched up the looks.
yeah.
They should have been doubling. I don't understand why they wasn't doubling.
No, bro, no, he
You,
was that. No. They was doubling. That's why what's the name got so many. That's why he got 10 assists because he was throwing it out to Giannis was doubling, and which would leave Green open. That's why Green had 27 fucking
yeah,
points.
Green had like 25,
He had
27.
27 and what's the one that faked his injury to be on the team? Blake Griffin. He hit like a 3 or 2, some shit like that. I think he hit like 2 threes.
Blake Griffin had 17 points.
Yeah, like that's unheard because they was doubling him. That's why I say if you instead of doing that, just put the nigga on him. Put Giannis on him if you going to do that.
All you gonna do is cook Giannis too.
Yeah,
You
but
put Giannis on him, he cooking Giannis. If he cooking Giannis, let's say he cooking Giannis. You think Giannis still getting 35 at the other end? No. If Giannis spend all his time trying to stop KD,
no, but
he
what
ain't
I'm
scoring
saying
at
is
the other end.
I don't need Giannis because remember the next team is hurt. I don't need Giannis to motherfucking score 35. They was already up.
Why not? They lost and he
to
had
score
32. They needed 35.
No. See, what this what I'm saying. No, what they needed was KD to stop scoring. So if you put no, I'm saying it didn't happen because they kept PJ Tucker on him. If you put Giannis on him, maybe the numbers, maybe he don't score 49. Maybe he score 35 or maybe he score 32.
You know why I don't necessarily agree with that because we just had the conversation offline. It's like I was a shooter too when I played basketball. When I was hot, I didn't care who you was. Whatever I make, it's going down. Well, if you let me, if I get my shot off, I don't care.
But if you play, but that's true. But It's also too some motherfuckers take like bring the you damn yo this shit was hard as hell and he played 48 minutes. That's what I'm saying. So if he get off the
That's why
court,
he needed
his numbers gonna
4
go
to
down.
5 different guys to be playing defense on him.
No,
The
no, no, no,
different
no.
looks
I
would have
agree
tired
with
him out more than just
I agree
Giannis.
with that too. I agree with that too.
Because
You're
no
right.
matter how
I'm
much
not
I'm
saying
cooking Thanasis Antetokounmpo, he gonna play me differently than Bobby Porter's gonna play me. Who gonna play me
on
differently
my
than
team.
PJ Tucker?
See the way I would have did it. Everybody on my team would have had at least 2 fouls on him, and I'm talking about hard ass fouls. Every time he went up in the air, I'm running into him. I'm doing a little. That's how I play. Whatever it is, what it is.
Giannis
I'm
couldn't
gonna
do
fuck
that.
you up.
They can afford for Giannis to get 3 fouls on quick fouls on KD, but Thanasis Antetokounmpo could. Bobby Porter's could. Bobby Porter's could have. Bobby Porter could have got kicked out of the game. It wouldn't have mattered. He ain't even play. They could have kicked him out of the game. He could have came in and laid KD out. He could have came in and laid KD out, and it wouldn't have made a difference. They was gonna suspend Bobby Porter for the next 3 games. It don't matter.
And what they wasn't doing, they wasn't making KD have to switch. That's another problem. KD didn't have to play
coaching.
Defense.
That's coaching.
They didn't have to.
That's not Giannis. That's coaching. Giannis at 32.
No,
that's coaching.
But that's Giannis too, because he could go down there and make what's the name set a pick for him, and he get what's the name 1-on-1. Yo, you go at him just like he going at you. It's gonna make him. It's gonna tire him out too. Nigga, I'm putting this 225 on you or 230, whatever he is. This 6'11" frame on you too. Well, 250.
But that's
I'm
not
putting this on you.
That's not the scheme. That's coaching. That's not their scheme. If their scheme was to put Giannis on the block, if Giannis would have got on the block versus KD,
I seen Giannis. I'm not gonna do that. I seen Giannis go out there and call isolation on people. I seen Giannis call for a screen. That's
at the top of the key.
I'm not gonna put all of that on.
At the top of the key. That ain't getting KD in foul trouble.
No,
that is not getting KD in foul trouble.
What's gonna put KD in foul trouble is I'm gonna tell his man to come up since he's the only guy out here that can do any damage.
What's gonna get KD in foul trouble is putting Giannis on the block versus KD and making KD play defense.
They were running
from
him. No. They were running from him. What I'm saying is, if Giannis is going around him and going through him, it's going to cause foul trouble.
KD be moving today because I seen like several like examples of the series when they say every time Giannis get the ball on the block, KD move and they say, yo, he made a business decision. He's
staying away from Giannis. He's not going to take Giannis. He's not going to let Giannis post him up because that's how he's going to get in foul trouble. That's coaching. If Budenholzer knows that, then what happens is when we come back to the sideline, we go, all right, so KD was D'ing Giannis until we try to post him up. Then he switched man, and now Joe Harris D'ing you. So I don't care who KD switches with. That person dumps the ball into Giannis. You run a pick and roll, get Giannis the ball, and dump him in the post. That is Budenholzer's job to figure out how to get.
You're right about all that.
He should have had Brook Lopez on KD. Brook Lopez could have posted KD up. Brook Lopez shooting threes. We should put Brook Lopez in a KD barbecue chicken against Brook Lopez. You talking about 7'2", 300-pound Brook Lopez? He barbecue chicken down there. But Brook Lopez shot 5 threes, and he shot 5 regular shots. That's coaching. That is the coaching staff. The coaches do that. They put you in the position you need to be in. That's coaching.
No, that's true. That's why I say it's.
Budenholzer is bad at coaching. He's a bad playoff coaching. I don't think it's 60-40. That's at least 75-25. You gotta put 25 on the star at least.
But the reason why I gave him
75% of that game is coaching. They had a lead. That's coaching. They was up 59-43 at one point. That is coaching. That's not players. That's coaching. Whatever you did when y'all was up 59-43 and you saw that lead going down, you screwed it up. You didn't do something right. And we got several instances of him not doing the right thing. Yeah, Giannis still bringing the ball up the court. Why? We up 59-43. They only got one weapon. Let's slow it down. Slow the game down. Feed Giannis in the post. Feed Brook Lopez in the post. Run some pick and rolls for Drew Holiday. Run some pick and rolls for Chris Middleton. Like, slow the game down. We killing them. They only got one option. And then we come down on the other end. Every other nigga on the bench can play defense on KD. I don't care who it is.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
care
true.
who playing defense. They can put Brent Forbes on them. I don't care. They can put anybody on that team should have been playing defense. Giannis included. At least one play on KD. Switch up his looks constantly. Make it harder for him. The
Yeah,
only way to make it harder for a scorer like that is to change up his looks. Because you get, like Mark said, you get comfortable. When I know one person to DM me, I'm
yeah,
killing this dude. If he can't stop me, he can't stop me. So what you do is when I come down next time, you're like, oh, all right, I'll
exactly.
take you.
And
You
then what
switch up his
happens
looks.
too?
They didn't.
Then what happens too? If I'm already on fire, even if you switch, it's going to change the way I have to play you because you're on fire. I'm not
Exactly.
going. I can't let you. I can't let you like, and that's going to get you in foul trouble too. I ain't gonna lie, because now I can't let you get your shot off because I can't say, yo, he ain't gonna drive past. He hitting 35 footers out here. He on fire.
But
So it's like,
and that's what happens. So now, but now when you put Bobby Portis out there, let Bobby Portis get a hard foul on KD. Let him drive to the basket because he think he got the skill advantage over Bobby Portis, and he go past him. Bobby Portis clothesline him one good time. Put
Yeah,
Giannis on, put
but
Thanasis
the but
Antetokounmpo out there and let him foul him.
but
Foul him. Everybody got 6 fouls. Use all of
yeah,
them.
but
There is no
everybody.
reason PJ Tucker didn't foul out of that game. It's not excusable. There's no reason he ain't foul out of that game. And when he picked up his 5th foul, he would have stayed in there. Why I'm taking him out? What I'm saving him for? When he
Yeah,
get back in, he should have just fouled out. Foul out. I would call the top when PJ Tucker would have came to the sideline. I would have said, "Hey, make this last foul good and send
and
him back out there."
I would have
especially
fouled them. I would have fouled them in the second half when we was up by 17. I would have told them to destroy his ass.
but
That's what I would have told them.
this the reason why I give most of it to coaching too, right? The fact it's your job to evaluate the game, right? Once we in the third quarter and there's 5 minutes left, and I realize this dude ain't set down yet, we attacking every play I draw up is make any play
Yeah,
defense. He gonna sit
It,
down these five
it
minutes.
wouldn't have
Yeah,
mattered exactly. It don't matter who's. It don't matter who switch. If Katie, if Joe Harris and Chris Middleton switch, and you try to get Greek Freak on KD and KD switch off to Chris Middleton, get the ball to Middleton. If we
hmm
switch and now KD on Drew Holiday, get the ball to Drew Holiday. If we switch and it don't matter. Give whoever it is, get them the ball. They screwed that up.
that's and that right there. That's why I gave him the 60. That's why I gave him the 60 is because of shit like that. Like they wasn't trying to make him work. They let him chill. They let him get his breather. Because somebody playing 48 minutes is unheard of. They don't do that like that no more. And being able to give
and,
out a stat line like
and,
that, that's crazy.
and I
That's the
go
only
to
reason
what
why
I
I
was
was saying
saying.
what I was saying.
Right,
Like,
and that to me, I think that's a testament to KD though, because like I gotta take my hat to him off to him for that because you don't see that no more. No, like unless it's overtime game, you don't see guys playing straight 48 minutes. When the last time you seen a dude play 48 minutes outside of LeBron championship run with
yeah.
Cleveland? When the last
No,
time you
I
seen a guy
give
play
him that. I
48
give him
Oh,
that
minutes in the
too.
whole
I
like?
get KD. KD get all respect from me from yesterday because he dominated that game from start to finish, and he never left the game. And he played that whole game, had the ball the whole time. 17 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals. Only had I think 2 turnovers,
So
maybe
so
3.
is the game good KD? Is it great KD or bad Bucks?
Great
Bad
KD.
Bucks.
I
That's bad
like
Bucks.
it's both. You know,
Listen,
I hate
listen.
bulldozers. I hate bulldozers.
You don't come out there. If I'm in a foot race today with you, and you show up with one leg in the gas, and you wrap up your other ankle because
Exactly.
it's sore, and you beat me in this race, that's my fault.
Yo,
I
they
wasn't
had
ready.
think about it. I think the reason why I say it's bad Bucks is because they had 2 niggas in the slinky. Like in the sling. They was
Yeah,
done.
and you know
Like
what? Y'all
they
both right
respected
because
James Harden too much and he was
you
hurt.
yeah, you know what? Both of y'all right because I didn't even think about it from the standpoint that y'all saying at one point they had like a 16-point lead. That's bad
Yes.
Bucks. You were supposed to
It's
close
bad
that
Bucks.
out.
They should have closed. Yo, I stopped watching when I saw it was 59-43. I was tuning back and forth. I stopped watching. I
Yeah,
started
I thought
watching.
it
I
was
was like, oh, all right, they got this. And then when I checked again, it was 95-95 or something, or 91-91. I was like, what the hell happened? What are y'all doing?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
at that point, Harden,
They were doing stupid shit. I think because I was watching it from there. They were doing stupid shit. You said what happened? Oh, Yeah,
Nah,
they
I
was
ain't.
doing
I don't understand.
stuff.
It was bad Bucks.
So who's the blame in the Utah series? Because they was dominating outside that. Is that great Kawhi or bad Utah? Was it
Yo,
great Kawhi? Like Kawhi
You
got
got to win at
a
home. I'll pause the Clippers for winning at home. You got to win
yeah,
at home.
yeah.
They
So
win at
but
home.
I don't think
so hold on. So let me ask this. So if it do, because I heard it might be ACL injury. Kawhi, if it's an ACL injury, that mean he done for 2022. He
He
done.
done. Yeah, he done.
yeah.
He ain't playing next year.
But
Okay.
also too, I read a stat that Kawhi is. I don't know if it's really, but they said when Kawhi is down 0-2 or when he go down 0-2, he's like 10-1.
Whoa.
I saw that too. But he ain't
Like,
playing.
he ain't playing now, so yeah, it's about to be over.
So that
It's
That's
over.
so
seven
funny.
goes.
But that stat is funny because most of that came with the Spurs. That's not really Kawhi. That's Tim Duncan.
True.
Most of his
But he,
career has been with the Spurs. Most of
But
his
he never been down 0-2 with Toronto, right? He never been down
nope.
0-2.
He went
They
down 0-2 with
dominated
Toronto.
everybody.
He was
yeah,
down. Was he down 0-2 with Clippers last year? Maybe against Dallas, right? Was they down 0-2 against Dallas last year?
I don't know. I
maybe
know Luca
I don't know.
Maybe.
I know Luca.
But
Luca been putting them in the
I know.
blender for the past couple of years.
But
They lucked
that's
up.
Dallas. That was Dallas. I know I think for the last 2 years Dallas has put him down 0-2, right? But the rest of his career, that was San Antonio. That wasn't him. That was Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan was good at that comeback. You can keep
So
Tim Duncan down.
So that's gonna be Kawhi injury is crazy. Like the major, like to have an injury like that at this point in time is crazy. And he ain't signed his deal yet, right?
Nope. But it's the ACL. He'll be back. He ain't leaving. He won't leave. I told you before, he ain't got nowhere to go. Where he going?
To the Lakers.
He ain't going to the Lakers.
Look,
He
Kawhi
ain't
don't give
going
a
to the
fuck.
Lakers.
Kawhi don't give a fuck. He don't read stats.
I don't even think. I mean, I'm sure the Lakers would take him. They would be a fool to not go, hey, come on, let's get us a ring. Like, they'd be a fool to not take him. They would take him, but he would look crazy after he made this big deal about always wanting to be a Clipper and that he's the new king of LA and all that, to now joining LeBron James's team. To team up with LeBron to win a ring.
Technically,
don't
well,
want-
I wouldn't do it because both of them gonna be hurt together. But whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
That's LeBron's team.
No, it's gonna be LeBron's team, but I think LeBron want to make it. I think LeBron he's looking for a successor. He thought he's looking for one. So why get another hurt player? Like at this point in time, you need somebody that's gonna be for a good portion of the game, 60 games, 70 games.
Now I saw a stat the other day, in 2000, I think it was yesterday or two days ago. In 2003, Tim Duncan closed out Game 6 of the NBA Finals with 21 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, and 8 blocks.
Tim Duncan was a monster. He was a monster, and it's like Tim Duncan. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about Tim Duncan? He was so great that people consider him the greatest power forward of all time, and he didn't have to do none of the new school stuff. He didn't walk the ball up the court. He wasn't a point forward. He was a power forward. Like that's how great he was. That you don't consider any of these new guys as bringing the ball up the court. No, he better than Tim Duncan. You never heard nobody say that. Tim Duncan was a dog.
Well, you hear haters say that. I've heard haters say that AD gonna be better than Tim Duncan or this person. Ain't nobody better than Tim Duncan. You talking about three-time MVP, 5-time NBA champion. I think 3-time Finals MVP or 2-time Finals MVP. He 15-time All Defense, 12-time All NBA. Tim Duncan, you the same Tim Duncan
he barely got injured.
Yeah, exactly. That playoff,
he was an Iron Man.
That championship series that I just mentioned, the closeout game, he averaged 24, 17, 5 blocks and 5 assists that series. He destroyed the Nets.
But that's because he kept it basic. Mark, when we were just talking about that, like he kept the reason why he was able to last long because he kept it basic. He ain't have to dribble between his legs and try to make his body contort and do all this other crazy shit. He just did basic.
bring the ball up the floor, spinning on people.
Yeah, he ain't have to do none of that shit.
But he also didn't have to do the stuff that they asking Giannis to do. Like Duncan could have brought the ball up the court. They weren't asking Tim Duncan to bring the ball up the court and create. And he did it from time to time, but that wasn't part of his everyday setup of his game because that's not what we need him for. We need him to get his points and his spots, to play defense, to rebound, to help out, to pass, to do what Tim Duncan does. Giannis can do all that. He does all that. But then they ask him to handle the ball. They put the ball in his hands at the top of the key and tell him to go to work. That's not what he should be doing. At least not every play. If you're going to do that with Giannis, put him in a pick and roll with Brook Lopez. You know what I mean? Put him in a pick and roll with Drew Holiday. Now Drew Holiday's man is on him on the switch.
He got it.
Like,
tell him if he don't
they
get
need
it,
to,
he gotta bring his
they need to do that. They need to put Giannis had a nice turnaround. He was working towards the end of the regular season. Where'd that go? He had a little turnaround fadeaway like LaMarcus Aldridge style that he was working in the post. Put that back. Let him do that. Let him work on that shot.
Can't get it.
Let him work on his mid-post game. We are putting this man. He ain't Anthony Davis. He ain't Kevin Durant. And it's not a bad thing. He's just not that kind of player. He is more old school than those two guys. Kevin Durant. When Kevin Durant came into the league, he was playing shooting guard.
Yeah.
He came into Seattle. He was a shooting guard. They started with Rashard Lewis at the 3, Kevin Durant at the 2, and Jeff Green was the power forward. So when you do that, Kevin Durant is a guard who got bigger, and now he a forward. Like AD was a point guard.
What size was Kevin Durant when he came in? What he was? 6'9"?
He was like 6'9". Yeah, he was like 6'9", like $180. But Anthony Davis was a point guard until his senior year of high school. Remember the stories?
Yeah.
He was a point guard, and then he
Yeah.
grew 7 inches, and now he a forward. So of course he can still handle the ball and hit threes and fadeaways and turnarounds and all. That's always been part of his game. Giannis didn't play basketball until he was 14. So he ain't played basketball until he was 14. He was just tall and athletic. That's not his
But
game.
Giannis don't do none of that crazy stuff either. He just be
Yeah,
playing.
but they put him on the perimeter too much. He's shooting too many threes. He should be shooting 3 threes a game. They should give him a cap.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because you know what that remind me of? Remember that was a knock on LeBron at one point. Remember once he went to Miami? Remember that year him and D-Wade only combined that they shot like some crazy joint, like 12 threes apiece or something. They were just killing people from the post in the paint. That's what they need to do with Giannis.
Yes, because nobody can stop him. You can't stop like that. That's why I never get mad at Ben Simmons not shooting jump shots. My only problem with Ben Simmons offensively, I got 2. First one is he ain't aggressive enough all the time. The second one is shoot your free throws. I don't understand. Giannis do it too. Don't be scared to go to the free throw line. Shaq was never scared. Neither was Dwight Howard. If you are a terrible free throw shooter, go to the line 20 times, make 12 free throws. That's 60%. We all right with that. You know why? Because if you went to the line 18 times, 16 times, that means somebody done fouled out. Somebody playing defense on you is going. And if we can keep getting players fouled out until we can get to third stringers, we got this game. It don't matter. Just go shoot your free throws. I see Ben Simmons avoid free throws all the time, and Giannis do it sometimes. That's how he fumbled that ball last night. He was trying not to get fouled. Go to the line. You make 1 out of 2. Shaq would proudly go to the line and make 1 out of 2 and say, I'll make 1 out of 2 for you. Tim Duncan wasn't a great free throw shooter. He would go to the line and make 2 out of 3, and that was it. That's what you got to do. If you only going to make 2 out of 3, just make them. Just go. Make sure you make your 2 out of 3. And get to 66% for the game and keep moving. Shoot 6 for 10. It don't matter.
Yeah.
They be avoiding this contact, and that's what brings down your numbers. That's also why Giannis fumbles the ball. But part of that is, why the hell is Giannis getting the ball at the top of the key? Unless he's setting up a pick and roll in that moment, why he got the ball? Why am I giving him the ball now? He can create out of the high post, out of the mid post, out of the low. Like that's their problem. That's the problem with Milwaukee.
Well, what other series is on right now? Right now, who else playing?
Philly and Atlanta tonight.
Philly and Atlanta.
Yeah,
Who,
Philly,
who,
Atlanta,
who,
Utah.
who, who y'all like tonight?
I got Philly.
Where they
I got
playing?
Philly tonight. They
Philly.
might still be in Atlanta.
What's this game 5?
I got
Do they
Atlanta.
Yeah, this game 5.
do they
It's
still
2-2.
do the two? Do they
I
do
don't.
the 2-3-2 thing?
I
Like
think
you
so,
home,
Mark.
so they
I
might be in
think it is.
Atlanta tonight.
Or
I
is
got
it?
Atlanta.
Or is it 2-2-2-1?
I know for the championship it used to be 2-2-1-1. I don't know if they switched it to 2-3. I don't know. I'll look it up. I don't know what they doing no more. I know it used to be
I,
2-3.
at one point it was 2-3-2, and then it's 2-2-1-1-1. But I don't know. But I think Philly shouldn't have lost that game the other night. Atlanta fights, man. They scrappy team. We was talking about at the beginning of the year that Atlanta got a lot of talent.
They do. They got a whole lot of
Gallinari,
talent.
they healthy. Gallinari, Bogdanovich, Capella, even that young boy they drafted. Only I can't think of his last name. I think it's Onyeko or something.
Yeah.
He good pick and roll, shot blocker. So they got him. They got DeAndre Hunter healthy now. Kevin Porter, Trey Young. They got a ton of talent on that team. You can't sleep on them. They got a ton of talent.
Well, they do got a lot of
But
talent.
they are more talented than Philly is. They are. But between Embiid, Tobias Harris, and Ben Simmons, Philly is more talented. Like Philly has the better players, but Atlanta has more talent overall. So I think, but I think Philly can win this. I think Philly will win this.
Yeah,
Right now,
yeah. I think the defense is going to be the ultimate telltale sign of the series because Philly is a great defensive team. I mean, like all things considered, they doing a good job on Trey Young, but they not. Like, they doing a better job than the Knicks is doing on Trey Young, but it's still not resulting in statistically
well,
not much because they
well, what
still
happened
tied.
was they was kicking Atlanta butt the other night, and then when they went to the bench, that's when Trey Young and them other boys picked up. Because remember the last 2 games or so, Ben Simmons had 18. Last game he had like 11, but he almost had a triple double. He had like 11, 12, and 9. So when they switched it up, Ben Simmons stopped being aggressive because they was up by so much. They should have had Ben Simmons scoring still. That's the thing that I noticed the last couple of games up until this game 4. He had been being more aggressive. I saw him take Gallinari. They put Gallinari on him. He had a look in his eye like he was pissed. He took Gallinari a couple of times. Scored like 6 straight points, but he don't want to get fouled too. So that's the knock against him. He don't want to get fouled. Your second best player can't not want to get fouled. It's hard on you. He
I
got to
mean,
take it too.
I agree with that.
Did you see Meek
I
Mill
think
tell Ben Simmons to abuse Trey Young the other day?
nah, what on Instagram or
He was
something?
Meek was sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, I seen
He was
that.
sitting on the sideline, and Trey Young was inbounding the ball, and he pulled his mask down. And he's like, abuse this man. He told Ben Simmons to abuse Trey Young. He should
Nah,
have.
but that's true. Like that's one of my knocks to Ben Simmons too. This dude, what's Trey Young? 5'11" or something? Yeah, I know he might
6
be
foot
listed at
maybe.
6'1". It's
If
barbecue chicken.
he listed 6'1", he's 5'11", 6 foot.
Barbecue chicken.
He
Barbecue chicken.
can't guard you. He can't guard him. Or like if you go at him full speed, he ain't nothing but a speed bump. They're not gonna let you post him. And then what they gonna do? Put Kevin Huerter on him? Kevin Huerter don't have the athleticism, and you can still shoot over him. Ben Simmons was taking Gallinari to the post and killing Gallinari in the post. Gallinari his size. At the end of the day, he can score with that little. He got that little turnaround jump hook.
It's something in Ben Simmons' DNA that only allowed him to score 16 to 17 points.
It's a genetic defect. He can't go over. He can't go over 18.
He can't go over 18. It's motherfucking his system.
He got a genetic defect.
His system start failing. Like he started.
Yeah, because I don't know why Ben Simmons. Like, I hope at some point it clicks in his head and he realizes, you know what? It's not hard to get 24. And then he go on the streak of just 20 because he can.
Hey, yo, he gotta do it. That's why I'm always on his heels. You know how we do. I'm always on his heels. And what I do, I just want to let you know on record. Before Jamal Murray went down, he was averaging 21 points. But whatever.
But who went down?
I said before my man Jamal Murray went down, he started averaging 21 points. But whatever.
Yeah, he was having a great season.
He was having a great year.
Jamal Murray was having a good year. They lost because Jamal Murray was out.
Yeah.
I said it. I said they lost because Jamal Murray was out.
Yeah.
Because without Jamal Murray, there's no counter to Jokic. So Jokic can get 35, 12, and 9, but if there's no scoring coming from the perimeter, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
They was in trouble. They had nobody put pressure on Chris Paul. They had nobody put pressure on Devin Booker without Jamal Murray. They needed that. They needed somebody who hey, he might go for 40. They needed that. They didn't have that. And having Michael Porter was hurt, but even getting, let's say, there was games where they got 25 from Porter and 30 from Jokic. That's not enough.
Yeah.
Because having Austin Rivers and Campazzo in the backcourt was terrible.
That's one of the worst backcourts.
That's the worst starting backcourts in playoffs. Got to be in 20 years.
Yo, I never seen anything. Did you see when Austin Rivers? I would have cut him after this. Did you see when he was doing he was mimicking Chris Paul? They was like when they zoomed in on the sideline and I think Campazzo somebody was there, Chris Paul, and he mimicked the move like he knew Chris Paul.
He mimicked the move, yes.
And Chris Paul crossed him and he was like he knew exactly what Chris Paul was about to do.
Because he played with Chris Paul for years.
But why you didn't yell at your man to say, "Watch this right crossover"?
He probably told him no. That's not his fault. He probably told him that. His dumbass probably forgot.
He played with Chris Paul for years with the Clippers. Then he played for Chris Paul again in Houston. He's played with Chris Paul. He's seen this move a million times, and he was mimicking the entire move. And I agree with you, Mara. I was like, yo, he is going to pull up for the fadeaway. Don't go for it.
Like, even if I told you 1,000 times, I'm on the sideline yelling, watch the step back. Watch the step back. He going right.
It's only right. But so much I can tell you. You just can't. If you
yo, but listen,
and you still getting caught, it's nothing that I can do.
Yo, you
like,
don't
it
think
ain't my fault.
You think it's worse? Yo, you don't think it's worse? You don't think it's worse to watch your teammate up there like you did Kyrie and your teammate sound like
no, you know what I'm saying? I'm be like, I told you. I'm be like, I told you.
And he mimicking his move.
And he doing the whole move like.
He lucky he ain't say it's coming.
It's coming.
Yo, be like, yo, it's about to happen. Just that moment I've been telling you about.
Nothing? That's crazy. Like, nah, I'm nah, bro.
Man. That's sick, man. It is what it is.
Deal with, like.
But not having Jamal Murray, not having Will Barton wasn't 100%.
So are you saying on this live right now, next year we should be able to go to the chip?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I'm a Nuggets fan. All right, go ahead.
Yes. Next year the Nuggets should be competing to get to the Western Conference Finals, get to the finals.
If we stay healthy and we got Aaron Gordon come back, I don't know what Aaron Gordon, and then if Michael Porter take that next step, I think he's gonna take. They fuck around, be the one seed next year.
Michael Porter, think about it. When Jamal Murray went down, when Tom Murray went down, Michael Porter was 23 a night. He was like 23 and 8.
Yeah.
He finished the season with 19 points, 7 rebounds, 54% from the field, 45% from 3, and like 80% from the free throw line. That boy is nice. If he take another step that front court is crazy. As a full-time starter with Aaron Gordon can guard 4 or 5 positions, right? So now you got Aaron Gordon who can do all the little things. Athletic as hell, can guard everybody, can hit an open 3, he can pass. That one game, I don't remember if it was against Phoenix or the team they played before Phoenix, when Michael Porter had like 25, Jokic had like 30, and Aaron Gordon had like 13, 7, and 4. I'm like, that's what they need for Aaron Gordon. They don't need him to score 20. They can get 15, 7, and 3, or 15, 7, and 4 for Aaron Gordon, and he can hit 35% of his threes. That's his sweet spot for them. They are going to dominate. It ain't going to be a team that's going to be able to stop that front court. And then if Jamal Murray giving them 23 from the backcourt, It's over. They need Will Barton because Will Barton a free agent. They need whoever replaces Will Barton to do their thing.
You don't think
To be a defender.
You don't think it's a chance with Barton coming back?
He might because he's 30. He in his 30s now, so I don't think somebody backing the Brinks truck up for him. So he might go back. I can see him going back.
He was hurt for a while.
Yeah. I don't see anybody backing the truck for Barton.
I think Joker Brothers is part of the mafia.
Y'all, did you see the clip that they had to stop them from coming into the court?
No, somebody I seen Bleach Report when I clicked on it. You know how sometimes you click on it and go to a different thing.
They stopped. They when that whole Cameron Payne thing happened, and when Devin Booker ran up on Jokic, there's a clip. The security guards pushing his brothers back, like they were standing up on the thing, like about to jump down Batman style.
Nah, but you can tell them they killers. They probably got a movie about them somewhere. They look like he look like Bane. They look like his brothers look like Bane.
They was Jokic's side. They was his size, but you could tell they worked out. They was big dudes, like they worked out. So you could tell they was Jokic's size, and they look more athletic, like not more athletic, but muscular. Covered tattoos on their neck. They look like Serbian killers.
They look like Serbian killers. They look like the Punisher. That's what they look like.
They look like Dolph Lundgren from the 80s, like Universal Soldier. Remember Universal Soldier? That's what they look like. They let them come down onto the court. Devin Booker and every other member of the Suns would have been running, ducking, and hiding.
I know. We had an hour. I want to do this last thing. I want y'all to do y'all predictions for the two games tonight. We're gonna start with the Sixers game. Who wins and why? And predict the two top scorers from each team and they stat line and why they're gonna win. Who wins the Sixers game and why?
Philly. I got Philly. I think they're gonna rebound this tonight. Excuse me. Embiid gonna play a lot better. I got Embiid getting 36 and 12 tonight, and a win.
What you got, Kyle?
I got the Hawks. Hawks gonna come out. I think they ain't really shut them down, but I think what's the name gonna come out on one where he gonna score crazy. Trae Young. So I think he gonna come out going crazy, and I don't think Embiid gonna finish the series.
20. What you got? You got Trae Young on for like 35 or something?
Yeah. I'm gonna say like 32. I'll say 32. He got 32 in the clip, and I don't think Embiid gonna finish the game.
How many assists? How many assists for Trae Young?
I think he's gonna go back to normal around like 7, 8.
So you got him for 32 and 8 in a win?
Yeah.
I got two way scenario, right?
Nah. What you talking about, yo? You always trying to.
Yeah, he about.
Listen. This my gut thought right here. This is my gut thought, right? I'm taking the Hawks like 117 to 111. I got Bogdanovic scoring 25 points, hitting about 6 threes. That's what I got. I think he's gonna come out on fire because he been putting up a lot of threes. Every game I watch in this series, he be chucking them. He don't be making them up, but he be chucking. So I'm going with Bogdanovic.
So that's what you're saying. So he gonna catch fire today.
Yeah, because Bogdanovic, both the brothers, when they catch fire, it's a wrap. You ain't stopping that. You ain't stopping that. So I'm on that. I'm with you. I don't know how. Watching the last game, I don't know how Embiid finishes the series.
Yeah.
I don't because can the meniscus get worse as you play, right? You don't get worse.
Hell yeah.
It might get a little worse.
And that might because basketball is different because football you could tear your meniscus and miss like 4 weeks and you back out there. You know what I'm saying? Like a meniscus tear in football don't result in the whole season, but in basketball you might have to miss the first half of next season. He tears his meniscus fully.
I mean, it's already torn. Like unless he do something crazy, he not a cutter. Like he not Trae Young, so he probably ain't gonna get worse.
Try to do a Euro step. Watch, he'll try to do a Euro,
He can't Euro step. If he Euro step, he in trouble.
Pop, pop, pop.
But he,
Ooh.
I got he gonna be out there like Trinidad James, like woo, like
Yeah,
I think well,
the NBA the NBA injury rate is starting to like the NFL a little bit.
well that's COVID. That's COVID. That's a short turnaround. 70-game season, another 72-game season, short turnaround, long playoffs last time. Because most of the injuries are on playoff teams. If you think about it, it's all playoff teams.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler missed a bunch of games. Tatum, AD and LeBron. Nobody went further than the Lakers last year. Like Chris Paul was in the playoffs last year. Like it's a lot of playoff injuries. Jamal Murray had that crazy playoff run last year. There's a lot of injuries on playoff teams. Mike Conley was in Utah last year. Was in the playoffs. It's a lot of that going around. But they're gonna finally have an off season this year again. Because the season don't start back until October. So training camp gonna start at the beginning of October, and so they're gonna have from the end of from sometime in July, August, September off. So they have a couple of months off this time for real, and not like they had last time. A bunch of players was out of shape when they came back for the bubble last year. A ton of guys was out of shape.
Yeah.
That they play back in shape in the bubble, and then the season went on forever, and then they was back playing again within a month. So now guys get to take some time off. So hopefully it'll be healthy again. Oh, you gotta do the last game. The Utah game. Huh?
Utah, I'm going with of course I'm going with Utah again. No Kawhi Leonard. I'm going Utah, and I'm going I know y'all might think I'm about to say Donovan Mitchell. I'm going with Rudy Gobert at 20 and 20 tonight. And 3 blocks.
I ain't mad at that. I'm going Donovan Mitchell for 41 and Utah win.
This was a hard one for me.
So I had to pick the Clippers.
Why I was going to pick the Clippers is because I feel as though
Pandemic P
be able to show.
You think Pandemic P gonna step up?
He might. He might. This is why it's so, because I just got that feeling, but I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with Utah. That's what I'm saying. I'm going with Utah. But I feel as though that PG can show you, because it's like he got to do a lot of deferring. Now he's the guy. He is the man. So
yeah, I agree with that. I go with Utah, but I do got Boogie Cousins scoring at least 15 tonight, though.
Yeah, somebody got to step up, and somebody got to take more shots. And PG, if he get hot,
Nick Batum. I got Nick Batum going for 20. I'm joking.
I know you.
I'm about to say you should. Ever since Nick Batum cost you them $10,000 a FanDuel, you should never speak that man.
I hate Ricky.
He cost me money too.
Nigga, how the fuck he had 11 in the first half and couldn't get 15? Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm going for Reggie Jackson tonight. On the Clippers, the person who's gonna step up, Reggie Jackson is gonna get 20 tonight. And somebody better sign Reggie Jackson to a big deal because he's played great this series in the playoffs. He gave them big numbers.
Whoever signed Reggie Jackson to a big deal need to go kill themselves.
I'm not talking about a $20 million deal. He on the league minimum right now. Somebody can sign him for a couple of years for like $3 or $4 million. Jesus, I didn't mean sign Reggie Jackson.
Deal, but I'm just saying.
I didn't mean that. He making $2 million a year right now. I'm talking about bigger than that, player.
That's $2 million too much.
No, it's not. Reggie Jackson's balling, man. Stop hating.
Volunteering playing right now.
He should be
Reggie Jackson should be at the Wrigley. He should be playing at Brentford Park. He got to pay a fee to get in.
Yep.
Hey, Mark, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Isaiah commented and said Marty's screen is blank because he don't want anyone to see him sitting with his shirt off with one pink nipple. One pink nipple.
Oh my God.
He just commented on the
You still jumping out of cakes?
Yo, he jumping out of cakes singing "Is It On My Face" is ridiculous.
Yeah, jumping out of cakes.
Y'all see it on the screen? I just put
I see it. Yo, why he ain't jump on the show? He did the show for an hour. He didn't jump on.
He can
for
jump on
everybody.
my joint about to die. We can do another one later on if y'all want
Wait,
to.
hold on, but for
Yeah, we do it
everybody,
later on because I want.
Yo,
Isaiah Taylor got his own side business where he licked fingers after you finish eating. So,
whoa.
you know,
he the finger licking king.
DM.
That's some
DM
good that's some good
hit him
stuff.
up.
But yo, we will end
That's
this
how
one
you can.
right here, man.
That's how you can tell. That's how you can tell how good the buffalo wing sauce is.
Yeah, so,
Yo,
we gonna end.
Mara, later we could do the NBA draft, yo. There's a lot of stuff going on with the NBA draft and a lot of culture changes that we ain't talk about.
Definitely.
He said, out with my lady fellas, I will be back. All right, you can come on tonight because this is what it is. But we're gonna end this one right here, y'all. We back tonight, man.
All right.
All right.